Hey, if you're a personal trainer or a fitness enthusiast or an online fitness coach for that matter, you're probably wondering what is exactly the most scalable way to build an online fitness business? What's the easiest? What's the fastest? What's the smartest? That's what I want to talk to you about today. And I've got experience pretty much doing everything. So this video isn't attached to any one bias. This is from me having already tested things and seen what works and what doesn't work. And I'm gonna do a little pop quiz with you and let's see if you're right. Let me know down in the comments. So number one option for scaling a fitness business, is it supplements? Is it clothing? Is it workout gear like wrist wraps or maybe workout gloves? Is it selling a low dollar app, a low dollar membership site, an ebook, or a course? All right, those are 7 different options. Now, if you said any of those 7, I will first say there are people out there who've scaled all of those things. But you're coming in here asking, where do I start? What's the easiest, fastest, smartest way to get going? And it's none of that stuff. You see, all the low dollar stuff I just mentioned, it only works if you have a massive following. Like I'm talking 1-2 million followers type large following. And even at that scale, it's even hard to make money because you need so much volume to get up to 20, 30, 50,000 plus dollars a month. Supplements, margins, shipping, manufacturing, just a lot of liability, a lot of complication in selling supplements. Personally, I think supplements are good for a brand that's already blown up and has a huge following, and then you add it on in the future. Now again, there's guys that just want to do a supplement company. I get it. That's a whole type of different person. I'm talking to the person who's trying to figure out, like, I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about this. And what about clothing? Everybody wants to have their own clothing line. That's a huge no-no. Massive, massive bad idea. I tried it. And while we created a great line of clothing, 𝗚𝘂𝗱, it was really hard. I didn't realize how competitive the marketplace was and how much attention and detail went into getting your clothing at certain cost, even make it competitive. And there's just way too many big players out there. So I wouldn't mess around with that at all. Unless you were doing a couple t-shirts for like people who finish your program. That's something different. If you want to make money online, the answer is a high ticket coaching program. Now, what exactly is that? That is where you're offering a coaching service to the end user. You're charging $1,500 for a 12-week program, and you're scaling that price point up to as high as $6,000 for a 12-week fitness coaching program. And you might be thinking, that's insane, Vince. Like, who would even pay that? Well, a lot of people pay that, and what this is called is premium coaching. Now, premium coaching is when the value matches the price. So this isn't like just charging a crazy amount of money and then delivering a rinky-dinky product. This is how people do it wrong, all right? A lot of people come into the space and just think, oh, I'm gonna coach people online one-on-one. I'm gonna charge $3,000 for a 12-week program and people are gonna pay it. And some people will, but that's kind of like the got you sale. And if the value's not there, nobody renews, and then that person just ends up churning everybody who comes into the program. So what I'm talking about is truly creating a very valuable service where the $1,500 they pay for 12 weeks, it is a drop in the bucket compared to the value and the results that they get from it. Now you might be thinking, well, can't people get those kind of fitness results with a $10 a month app? Yes, but when you're coming on, typically the people that you're marketing to have already tried all that cheap stuff. So now they're looking for a more high touch solution. They want one-on-one, they want connection, they want a community, they want a process that's already been tried and tested. So this is why we start with high ticket coaching services, and the way we justify the higher prices compared to what you would charge one-on-one in person, which is another big question. People say, how do you charge so much online when you don't even see these people in person and work with them in the gym? I call it the A4 treatment, all right? So the A4 treatment, and this is why you can charge $1,500 for a 12-week program, comes down to giving people access to you, right? If I buy, Nick Bare's $10 a month app, and I love Nick Bare, he's awesome, I've got his app, it's freaking killer. I don't get access to Nick though. There's a lot of great programs there. I get to see him do the exercises, but I don't get access to him. So that's one thing. If I could actually work with Nick, and he could coach me, I would pay so much more money than his $10 a month app. The second thing is I don't get any attention to my individual problems. If I'm going through Nick's program and he's got abs first, and I'm like, I don't know if that's smart for me to do, or there's too much volume, I don't know how to adjust it. I don't get access to Nick and say, hey, how should I tailor this 6-day-a-week program because I can only work out 3 days a week? How would you adjust it? I don't get access to him to adjust it. So that's the second thing. The third thing is I don't get any affirmation from Nick. I want Nick to pat me on the back. Now, at the end of the workouts, I can say I finished the workout and I get one of his little automated things with the firecrackers popping up in the air. And that's cool, but I don't get like a real pat on the back. I don't get any recognition or affirmation from him in a private community or on my check-ins, which really creates a lot of motivation. So that's another problem. And then the fourth thing is that there's no accountability. Nick isn't saying, yo, bro, did you get your lift in this morning? Or, hey, man, you said we're going to do this. Now I'm actually disappointing a person, right? There's no consequence to disappointing an app, right? Or not completing a course or not completing an ebook, right? Do you see the problem with all these low-dollar solutions? They don't have the A4 treatment. And this is the stuff that actually makes a difference in people getting results online. So this is why people will pay a premium to help you support them in the implementation of the program and to implement it effectively. This is why high-ticket coaching is the smartest, easiest, and most scalable business model. So if you're starting out online, we want to build a profit-rich coaching business, and we don't let anyone in our world even ask about clothing, supplements, low ticket until you're well over $100,000 a month with high profit margins, because nothing else makes sense and you don't need any of that stuff to expand. We just need to get more people into the same program and build the infrastructure around fulfilling this program so you can scale consistent delivery and experience. So that's the way we do it. If you want help getting started, growing, scaling a high-ticket online fitness business, this is where it's at. And if you're like way down the road, like you're already famous, you're an influencer, you already got like a decent sized following, and you don't sell high ticket, you don't have a coaching service, unless it's just something of zero interest to you, you're leaving so much money on the table and so much impact, most importantly, because this is where people really excel in these type of communities where the program's set up in the way that I described. So if you're ready to take your business revenue and your impact and your reach to a whole nother level, hit me up by clicking the link in the description. There's an opportunity to schedule a free one-on-one consultation call, and I'll share with you how I've already done this with dozens of fitness coaches who've scaled to millions of dollars a year. It is possible, and you can be next if this is something you're interested in. I'd love to connect with you. If you're new to the channel, hope you're loving it. There's a subscribe button. Hit that now. Hit the notification so you don't miss any other future videos. If this was helpful, give it a thumbs up. And let me know if you got any questions on what we talked about below. I can't wait to see you next time. Ciao, ciao.